Hi, Larry, WD0AKX. Today I visited a good friend of mine who's been in ham radio many years, and I asked him if we could get a little video and do a little shack tour. So this is Forrest, KCØKFL. I hope you enjoy.
Well, Larry, it was good to have you here at the shack, and we'll take you inside and show you some of the stuff around.
Okay, name and call sign, and how'd you get started?
Well, Forrest and KC0KFL, and I've been, well, just about all my life a ham wannabe, and was active in electronics my whole working career, doing engineering work and sales. Enjoyed that very much, and but money and family and business got in the way of ham radio, and so after I retired, why Larry kind of pushed me into it. Said, "Well, why don't you get licensed?" And this was I
Pushed
think,
or shoved?
yeah, pushed or shoved. That was in about 2000, or it was in 99 or 2000, along in there. And I had been loosely studying the tech license, and so we went up to a ham fest, and Larry says, "Well, why don't you give it a try?" Well, I did, and I screwed up and passed it, and so I started studying for the general. And at the next ham fest, then we went up, and I had been studying on into the extra a little bit. And so I took the test, passed the general, and there was some time left. And the guy says, "You want to try for extra?" Yeah, why not? So I walked out of there licensed for extra. And it's been a lot of fun.
You've been enjoying ham radio ever since.
Well, yeah, doing a lot of contacts and getting a lot of cards, sending a lot of cards.
Yeah.
And just it's a nice thing to retire into. I've had a lot of fun with it, and my wife complains sometimes about being a ham radio widow, but not very often. She knows I'm out here, and
She knows you're enjoying the hobby.
yep, and she can come out and harass me anytime she wants. We've got these from my recording studio that I don't have anymore. These Sennheiser microphones. They're 421, 521, I don't remember. But they do a nice job. And this new sound enhancer from MFJ seems to work good. I've had it a couple weeks, and my ears do need it. And down here, a ham keyer for practice, and the power supply for my Tennessee tin toy, the ten-tec Orion, and a light strip across the front of it just for fun, and helps the eyes out, and the 600 auto tuner from LDG, and the meter from it. And I just really like those. I haven't had them too long, but they do seem to work real well. Coming on down, my old MFJ power supply, scanners to kind of keep track of what's going on around here. And moving over, a 2800 mobile that I've converted into just for bass use with its speaker, and the ASU 450 tail twister, and then the my old pal here, that 847. I've had it for 15-20 years. I really like it, and the auto tuner for it, a Drake SW8 shortwave receiver, and coming down I've got ALS 600 Ameritron, which seems to do quite a nice job. The switching, the various antennas that I have come in here, and I can switch them to just about any configuration that I need. And it has been a lot of fun designing and putting it together. And by golly, it seems to work. As I watch young people, and not just young people, but the people that use the iPhones, cell phones, and this sort of thing. And I have one, and I use it when I need it. But they are missing out on one of the important aspects of ham radio, which is the social part, contact with people around the nation, around the world, people that you normally wouldn't meet with iPhones, cell phones, this sort of thing. And I think they're missing out. And because you can be making friends, lifelong friends, by doing this.
And making friends on ham radio, do you have a lot of regular friends you talk to, or do you make a lot of new friends over time?
Well, Larry, just about every morning I'm on 2 meters locally here talking to people. And we have a regular net at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then on weekends, I check into the 3900 Club and the Upper Midwest Shrine Net. I am not a Shriner, but I like to talk to the people, and a couple of my close friends are Shriners, and they're on the net. I come out and I'll scan 20 meters and see if there's somebody on. Maybe I'll put out a CQ to see if somebody's listening to me. You can really get some long distance contact sometimes.
While Morse Code is no longer required on the ham test, it's still a very popular mode, and Forrest likes to keep his skills up. He also enjoys collecting QSL cards from those distant stations he has talked to.
One of my first contacts was Australia on 10 meters. It was open and we had a good conversation. Another one was the island of Grenada. These were some of my first shots. I do want to mention my old buddy here. This is Frederick C. Constantine, which, of course, the initials are FCC, always watching over me here. Okay. One thing that I put up that gets a lot of attention is this sign. It says, Achtung, das Maschine ist nicht für Fingerpoken und Mittengraben, es easy schnappen der Springenwerk, blowen Fusen und Poppen Korken mit Spitzensparken, ist nichts für Gewerken bei das Dummkaufen. Das Rubberneckern, Sightseeren, keeping hands in das pockets, relaxing und watch das blinken lights. KCØKFL is monitoring the Blue Earth repeater. Is there anybody on wants to chat for a little bit? KCØKFL.
Forrest regularly monitors the 147.0 repeater in Blue Earth, Minnesota along Interstate 90. Give him a call.
Well, Forrest, how about we go out and take a look at your antenna system?
Well, let's do that. It seems to work real good, and let's talk about it.
He also has a very well thought out antenna system.
All the cables come down off the tower, and they go into the box there with all the lightning arresters. And then they come out of there and come down and go into the house. Now here's the box with the lightning arresters in. They come down off the tower and go through the arresters. And they are mounted on a copper pipe and tied off, grounded to the tower. There are two HF antennas. One is a tri-bander that's up above there on the tower, and the other one is a delta loop, which is a triangle, which comes off the tower here and fed with 450 ohm twin lead. Now that is cut for 160 meter full wave, 542 feet long.
And there's one more hobby you have besides ham radio, isn't there, Forrest? You've been working on your CW, Morris?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, let me start that over.